Okay, it's 11 o'clock. Hello, everyone. Really glad to have you with us for the February Tridium Talk. And my name is Mike McGinnis, and I've been involved with the Tridium Resource Center since we rolled it out in last spring. So I'm going to take 10 or 15 minutes to describe some of the main characteristics of the Resource Center. And Claire Newman, my coworker, is going to share a little bit about some of the additional features, and then we'll have John Jarvis from our training group talk a little bit about some of the training department's initiatives, and then we'll take some questions. So first of all, I would like to just point out the Resource Center is a new product, obviously, but what it is that's different about the Resource Center is that it has a lot of overlap, but it is a lot of benefits that other pieces of the Tridium products don't have. For example, Niagara Central is still here for you, and it's still available for your downloads. We're not going to be putting software on the Resource Center, at least that's not in our plans. You still have Workbench help. Everybody knows and loves the Workbench help is just still going to be there. And the community is still here. Obviously, you guys still log into the community and find things. What's different is that, as I mentioned, software is on Niagara Central, and that'd be the best place to go for that. Your help is if you're working in a Workbench, it's right there available. But if you don't have internet connection, or if you don't have Workbench up and running, you can still get to the documentation here on the Resource Center. In addition, there's information on the Resource Center that is that covers AX and Niagara 4 and individual products. So you don't have to have every version of every product, and you don't have to have all the PDFs downloaded on your hard drive. You can get the PDFs right here on the Resource Center. So let me describe some of the characteristics here of the Resource Center. The home button brings you back here. Publications is probably one of the most often clicked on links here. The publications link at the top here will bring you to a list of documents that have been uploaded in HTML form. So we've got about, it shows here 55 documents available in HTML. If you click on the PDF link, it'll download a PDF version of that document for you. Also on here is a link directly to community. So if I go click to community, it'll take me right over to the community with a single sign-on. So, and I didn't mention that's one thing you need to get in here is the only thing you need is to have a Niagara community login, and that'll provide single sign-on access through the community and the Resource Center. Next on the agenda here are is the search field. Can't miss it. And there's a lot going on with the search. You can type in a search term and have suggested search available. So if you want to learn something about transport layer security, for example, you type in TLS and you see some suggested topics that relate to that. You can either click on that or just go ahead and click the search button without, if you don't see the topic you're interested in, just click on the search button and get all the topics. Or you can pre-filter. Say you want to search for TLS related to JACE 8000 or something else in particular. You can select one of the filter buttons here on the filter drop down. But let's just say you search for everything and you pick it out. You can also then filter your results. You just get, there's 246 topics out there, so you can then go in here and sort it by say like JACE 8000. If you want to do something, look for something just related to JACE 8000, you can cut it down to 7 results. Notice also that you've got bolded your your text terms bolded in the and your returns there. You also see some contextual sentences around your search term, so it helps you decide what you want to, if that's the topic you're looking for. And then you can also see here that the name of the publication that it belongs to is listed right here, right above it. So you can go, I've got the install guide in right here on my desk. I could find this probably right there. So that's some of the features of the search. Let me see, anything else that I missed here? Well, I want to point out too, in terms of these search flags, these are the same things that appear in your search results, and they're organized by categories. You see, we've got a software category, a hardware category, capability, task type. These attributes inside of the categories are additive. So, for example, if I were to search for, let me just do a search for everything. I can illustrate this. So, let's say there's 5,000 topics out there, 5,211, and I say, well, I only want to see AX topics. That'll cut it down to 397. But if you click Niagara 4 as well, you can see that we've got a couple thousand more topics for Niagara 4. So these within the categories are additive. But if you're outside of that, say you wanted to only see installation tasks regarding that, you click on that and it cuts it down to 181. So additional fields outside of the categories or across categories are filtering or restrictive. Anytime you hit the home button, it'll take you to home, but it also clears your fields, so you don't have any of these selections left over for your next search accidentally. Next down here, I just want to point out the tiles. These organizational tiles are simply a way to help you browse for information. Obviously, not all the Niagara 4 documentation is in this tile right here. We've just put a couple of the most commonly viewed documents in here, such as the Getting Started Guide, the Installation Guide. If you want to search for, say, the Tagging Guide, you just type in Tagging Guide or go to Publications and pick it right out of the alphabetical list. Here's an interesting link. This one will take you to another page on 4.7 document updates. We usually put the latest documents out here. Easy to get, easy to find. So that'll take you to a page where we've organized them into some other categories. For example, these are the 4.7 updated documents. That's just the documents that changed with the release of the last release of Niagara. In addition, over in this right tile, you notice here we've got these. You can download a zip file with all these in one zip if you want them all, not just one or two. This link, it says Niagara 4 all PDFs 1.6 gigabyte file. That will download the complete library of PDF files that are associated with the 4.7 release, also known as the DocDef by marketing department. That's what we release with the software. So those are some of the tiles. We've organized them also by enterprise security and analytics on an individual basis as well. There's nothing on this site that I think any intelligent Niagara user couldn't figure out by themselves. I just want to point out some things that you might miss if you haven't been here before. Let's see. I need to note that all the AX documentation is in PDF form, but it doesn't mean you can't, and I'll demonstrate this in a minute. You can search within PDF. So when you search for an item that is in a document that's a PDF file, the search will look inside the PDFs. The content of those PDFs have been indexed and are available in that PDF for targeted search. Let's see. The last thing I want to say regarding that is regarding the interface is the fact that it's mobile friendly. So if you're using your phone, it'll scale down, which is something can't really do too well with the help or with Niagara Central. So it's got the ability to view well on your tablet or your phone, either one. So let me now go through an example search with you. I think I did a short one, but let's just say when you might want to use some of these attributes. First of all, if you say you want to search for here's a scenario. Say you're in the airport at some international place that you're bringing in a JSON, a box, and you've made the big mistake of throwing away the install guide because you got to fill out a form that is asking you some questions about the hardware you're bringing into that country. And one of the questions has to do with what the impedance is on the Wi-Fi antenna. Of course, probably never really happened, but let's just pretend. So you type it in your phone. You're standing there looking at, is that how you spell impedance? I think so. And you search for impedance. and you get 14 results. But you're looking only for the JACE 8000 Wi-Fi. So you go to the hardware filter and filter it with by selecting the JACE 8000 button. And there's your answer. Your impedance for your antenna is 50 ohms. You don't even have to bust open the PDF. And this is also an example of the fact that that information is in the PDF file, and we don't have to have it in HTML form to find the answer. So let's see. I think that's all I need to show you on this right now. Let me see if I've left out any topics. Claire is going to show you now some of the extra features such as My Docs and some of the social media features that are available on the site as well. So Claire, are you ready to
Yes, indeed.
take over?
Let me just share my screen or stop you.
I'll stop in mine.
There. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Claire Newman. I'm a technical writer here at Tridium, and I'd like to show you some of our additional features on the Resource Center to help you get the most out of this site. First off is the My Docs feature, which allows you to create basically a library of content that is most useful to you. You can pick and choose and add topics to individual collections. So you're able to create new collections. You can delete them when they're no longer useful to you, and you can rename them as needed. And within a collection, you can reorder items. You can definitely add content to a collection, and you can also save it as a selected topics as a PDF that is automatically downloaded to your device. So you get a little confirmation that the PDF is in the queue, and before you know it, it downloads. All right, and then if you're viewing a document, let me bring one up here. Pardon, my system seems a little slow. We'll take a look at this Edge 10 install and startup guide. So let's say I'm in here looking at provisioning tools, and this is a topic that I frequently go to. And rather than drill down to it as I did just now, I think I'll add it to my docs. So over here under the document title, you'll find an Add to My Docs link. And I will click that. That brings up this dialog where I choose the collection I'd like to add it to. I have a previously created one for Edge 10 topics, so I'm going to add to that. And you get confirmation when it has done that. Just click that and bring up My Docs again. And here you see the section that I added, provisioning tools. And then I could go ahead and select the topics that I want to download in a brand new PDF. And I've done that. Save as PDF. All right, so going back to the provisioning tools topic. Oh, I'm still in My Docs. Let me go back the way I came. Anytime you're viewing a topic, you have what's called the share. Well, you're viewing a document and any topic within a document, you'll see that you have this share item here. This is another feature we have. And this, let me pick a topic that's more interesting. Bring one up. And I think this is something I'd like my friends to know about. I can click share, and this brings up some options for social media sites, and I could quickly tweet out. There's nothing showing. Oh, I apologize. I might just go through those steps again. We're
So
experiencing a bit of a lag. Oh, is it really? Oh dear, I didn't realize that would be a problem. Let's see if I can interrupt.
okay, so now we're seeing it.
Okay, so clicking a link for share brought up some options, one of which was Twitter, and I clicked on that, and so I could tweet out this link. So I'm trying to go back. I'm sorry, I'm having a little difficulty accessing my back button. Oh, this is it. Just close this if you're not going to tweet anything out. All right, let me get back up here. All right, so then we have another feature, Save as PDF, which is located over here on the right side of your screen. Anytime you're viewing a document, any topic in a document, you can click this download PDF and you can save. You have several options here. Save just this topic or this topic and any collection of subtopics. And then you can also save the entire publication, which I will not do since that seemed to slow down my system a little bit. Yeah, so those are nice handy features. You can create just your own useful collection of PDFs and take them with you. And then finally, when you're in any topic on this site, you have a send feedback button, which allows you to send us information. If you have comments, questions, you can bring this up, tell us if this information is useful or not, how we could improve it, or any other question you have. And if you'd like to be contacted regarding your comment, just put your email address in this field and click send. And we'll get that. It comes directly to the technical publications team. So that is about it for the additional features. I'm going to hand off to John Jarvis in training now.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Mike. This is John Jarvis. I'm the education business leader here at Tridium. And we will be presenting some topics around the Tridium University. And thank you for joining today. I did want to mention, if you have any questions that you want to go ahead and use the chat functionality to ask your questions, and then we will try to answer them at the end of my portion of today's presentation. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. I'm just going to walk you through some of the things about Tridium University, which is really the training for Niagara products and solutions. So again, my name is John Jarvis, and one of the things that we focus on really here at the training department is very similar to technical documentations, is educating you on the Niagara solutions for the Niagara community. And we do that in several ways. We offer a scalable delivery of classes. They can be instructor-led face-to-face types of training by coming to Richmond, or we can come on-site to your location or other locations around the globe. We also offer virtual classroom style, very similar to this session, with a live instructor, and we provide the actual training lab files and things like that to you. But that reduces the travel and lodging costs so that you can actually do it from your desk. And we also offer self-paced e-learning. So we offer all of those to you as different ways to learn about the solutions. These solutions, we want to focus on the audience, so with their role-based style training. So whether you're a sales or consulting engineer that is maybe involved in specifying a job, we have some training in that area. Maybe you're a system integrator that needs to install an integration job at a specific commercial building, or you are an operator, an end user, building owner, and you need to know how to use this Niagara system. We offer trainings for all those different types of audiences, as well as developers that may be trying to extend the application for specialized needs. All of our training is curriculum based, and most of our training includes certification as well as CEUs associated with taking the courses, which stands for, it's basically accreditation for education units. And we cover the topics in building automation, developer analytics, enterprise security, and we continue to grow that list for more persona-based type of training. And we do, we do train here at Tridium, but we also have a full ecosystem of certified training partners around the globe. So whether you're focused on a particular OEM like Honeywell, Siemens, or Johnson Controls, working with certain distributors like Cochran Supply or others, or maybe you want to go to an independent trainer, we have all those options for you at a global or local basis. And we are most of the training that we teach is commercial, but we also do are partnering with a lot of universities around the globe, especially in the regions of Asia Pac and China. So I'd like to just show you a little bit of our functionality and how you can actually get access to training. So the easiest way to get to Tridium University is to go into tridium.com, and then you have your various links for the marketplace, community, licensing, and so forth. And the one on the far right is going to be Tridium University. Click on that link there. Okay, and that's going to bring up our home page. And just like the Resource Center, Niagara Community, and things like that, we have a single sign-on, one email, typically, and one password to get access to all this great content. So you'll either want to sign up if you don't already have a Niagara Community account, where we ask for just some basic information, including your email, first name, and last name. Or you may want to log in. So I've already got an account set up, so I'll just go ahead and log in with my email and my password. And one of the things that we want to stress here is that often you may go from company to company. You might forget your password or forget your account. And the easiest thing to do is just go with an email that you know, and then click Forgot Password. And that way you'll get a link sent back to you on resetting that password. Much easier than creating a new account. We don't want you to create a new account. And again, if you have any other questions, you can always send an email to training@tridium.com, and we'll help you out with logging into the system if you forgot that. All right, so I'll go ahead and sign into the system here. And again, with that, you have a profile associated with this. So here you can upload images of yourselves. You can collaborate with others. But if I want to go ahead and edit some additional information, notice we only put our email, but it's often very helpful to provide additional information. For instance, if we need to contact you by phone, you may want to put your work or mobile number into the system, address, and so forth. So we highly recommend that you do that, and that will update our database so we can have multiple means to contact you. All right, so let's get back to Tridium University. And so where most people like to look for information is they want to search for the upcoming classes. So here we have our upcoming classes that are going to be located in chronological order. So for instance, if I'm looking for a class, maybe I've already become Niagara 4 certified, and I want to take a deeper dive into Niagara 4. I want to learn all the ways to use best practices around tags, hierarchies, cybersecurity, and so forth. So we offer a Niagara 4 Advanced Technical Certification now, which is a 5-day course. I can find out what location it might be taught at. So here we have Google Map integration showing me exactly where the location is, the local hotels that are nearby, as well as I can find out information about that class just by clicking on the link. So when I click on the link, it's going to give me some basic information about this class. It's going to tell me how long the class is, what the cost might be associated with that, and the dates that it's available, and the associated locations. So if I'm interested maybe in taking the upcoming class here on March 11th through 15th, I just click here to that link, and I'll hit the enroll button. Okay, so here I can see the days that it's offered, click enroll. And you'll notice at this point, you'll get a message that you're waitlisted. Don't be alarmed. All we're doing is we're saying that you've been waitlisted because this is a class that costs money. So we put you on the wait list. Once you pay, you will get a seat for that class. And as soon as you click that link, if you were to go to your email, which I'll do right here, you're going to notice that you get an email that says, thank you for enrolling in the training. You've been waitlisted until payment has been received and processed. And then it gives you instructions based on your region, how you can pay by purchase order, credit card, or company check. Okay. So again, don't be alarmed with that waitlist. We are not saying that the class is full. We are merely waitlisting you until we receive payment, just like you would if you were purchasing an airline ticket. Okay, let's take a look now. So that's one way to search for content. Whenever I want to go back to the home page, I can go back up to the Tridium University link here. And maybe rather than looking based on the type of class, maybe I'm interested in taking a class in the month of April. And I just want to see what courses are offered because maybe I have some downtime in April, no projects that I'm working on. So I can scroll through a calendar view of my classes here. And right now we're looking at February. To scroll to April, I just jump just like you would in Outlook. And I see that there's a developer course. So let's go ahead and take a look at this developer course where I'm going to have certain Java and JavaScript training. So again, this is more for Java programmers. And here I can see based on that we have one here for the Americas and European region that I'm interested in. And what's nice about this class is that this is a virtual class. So you can see that its location is actually virtual. So I do not have to book a hotel. I do not have to travel. So if you have issues with traveling and things like that, this makes it very easy to take a class. And you can also see that it's kind of like night school or morning school. We only do virtual classes typically like 2 to 3 hours a day. That way you can work part-time and take the class, but we extend it across 2 weeks. So it's actually a 10-day class. So again, I would just go ahead and enroll in this class if I was interested. Okay, let's take a look at our catalog. This is really a catalog, is a listing of all of our training. Now we have some really nice search mechanisms here to find a particular class. So maybe I'm looking for a BACnet class. Or if we have any classes with BACnet. So we have keyword searches. We also search based on the title of the course. You can search also based on catalog, based on region or free training. We can also search based on the type of class it might be. Or if you're interested to search based on a particular time frame for event-based courses, you can do that as well. So with this, it's very nice. I can see now that we want to, maybe I'm interested not only in BACnet, but also Modbus integration as well as MQTT. So I click on the associated course here. And this course is e-learning, so this would be self-paced training. I can take it anytime, anywhere, okay? And you have up to 60 days to complete the course. And then I would just go ahead and enroll in that class. Okay, once enrolled and once I pay, I can go to my training and actually go through the course. So I'm going to look for that particular course in my training here. And here I have the Niagara 4 integration for Modbus, BACnet, and MQTT. So you see this one is actually a collection of 3 different courses, the BACnet, the Modbus, and MQTT. So once I'm interested in going to the BACnet here, I can take a course. The chapters are broken down into different sections. So if I'm interested in learning about the overview of BACnet and learning more details of how this integration works, I can jump to that particular course. The nice things with these courses, we have typically professional narration. All the courses you can jump to different sections. There's always typically the script written to it. We also have a glossary of terms and about as well. If I wanted to start to look at how I might handle a BACnet IP configuration, I can just go ahead and launch that particular course. And with this one, it's actually showing you the workbench where I can, for instance, configure your IP, enabling the port and so forth and so on. So it's kind of a show and tell, and then it even gives you the ability to try it. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is just wrap up here. We'll just do a quick search in the catalog for all the free courses that we have, and then we'll finish up with Q&A. So again, just by doing a search for the word free, you can see there's a whole bunch of free courses that are offered here. And as we scroll on down, oh, look at this. We got the Tridium Resource Center. Mike, did you know that we actually had some training there? So we'll go ahead and so a good review if you wanted to do this. This is just a nice 4-minute video on the Tridium Resource Center. which would be a good refresher. Or for instance, one of your friends was not able to take this class, they can jump to that right there. And so with that, Danielle, I'd like to open it up for some questions and answers, see if there's any in the queue there. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing at this point.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Yes. Okay. So we got some questions. Let's start with when using the Resource Center, can you query and create a list of tags? Now don't confuse tags with tagging that is a Niagara function of tags or haystack tags, those type of tagging. No, you can't really query and get a list of tags from the Resource Center interface. So the tags are simply the taxonomy attributes or facets that you can check and search with, but you have to click them and check them to use them. Next question is, can you search on the Resource Center for Tridium announcements like tech bulletins and product releases? You definitely can do that, and that is searchable. It's also under the additional resources tile on the first page, on the home page. You can find that. And okay, so we got a couple of other questions about people having issues with clicking on the publications link and seeing nothing there. I can't reproduce that myself, but that could be a problem with something about the access is set on that. So we'll check into that and see. Vincent, your question. And Julio, I don't know. I'd say yes, everything's fully functional. I look on your for accessing analytics docs. If you got a problem with that, you know, you can try a different browser possibly, or if you keep getting the issue, let us know. Give us some feedback on the feedback button, because I'd like to know what's going on there. Analytics docs definitely up there and working for me and for other people in this room, but you know how that goes. And I think that's all our questions. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you for visiting the Resource Center, and please give us feedback if you've got some, we'll, oh, one more question. Oh, is it up and running already? Yes, it is definitely up and running. I need to sign on. Yes, you do. So you can go to docs.tridium.com, or go to the Niagara community, and look, there's a link on Niagara community that says introducing the new Resource Center. So from there, you can get a link that goes right to the Resource Center. You only sign in. Yes, you log in, and it will redirect you to a login. Okay, last one. Able to create a notification of doc changes. Oh, yeah, well, doc changes, definitely, we try to put them up there. Okay, Bob, your question, able to create a notification. So we don't, the Tech Docs group doesn't usually send out emails, but we would do put, like we did there for 4.7, and put a list of change documents right there. API doc, yeah, sure is. You can search through there for API doc. I would, the caveat there is that your best, most up-to-date version of API doc will still be in the Workbench help for Baja doc and stuff, because that gets checked in with the code. And we take, of all these documents, the developer doc is a little more tricky to get into the Resource Center, or but we do have API doc through to include a 4.6 API doc on the site. And did you show you can download a PDF of a section? Yeah, we did. We tried to show that. May not have been obvious, but Claire really tried. So you can do that. We're in the process of uploading our complete PDFs so that you don't process it. The site has the ability to create the PDF of anything that you've got displayed on your page, whether it's a topic or a topic and its children, or the complete topic from the top down. It's just that those topics, when they, you have to wait a little bit for them. So we are going to put all of our PDFs, just upload them directly, just like they would come off in Niagara Central. But yeah, we showed that. Thanks again, guys. We got to go. They're waving at me. Thanks for joining, and we'll talk to you next month. Bye-bye.